Getting sugar out of your diet is one of the best things you can do to lose weight. But sugar finds its way into seemingly every social event and calls to us with its addictive nature. If you've tried to kick the sugar habit in the past without success, this video will show you 3 baby steps that you can use to finally get on the path to becoming sugar-free. If you follow my channel, you know that I teach a low-carb way of eating. Low-carb diets keep the fat-storing hormone called insulin low, which allows your body to release stored fat and burn it for energy. Sugar is high in quick-digesting carbs, so it makes sense that sugar has to go when you go on a low-carb or keto diet. Now, this is easier said than done, so let's look at 3 easy-to-implement steps that you can start using today to finally break your sugar habit. The first step is to simply acknowledge what sugar does to you. Because sugar lights up the pleasure center of your brain, there is no shame in wanting to eat it. But our reluctance to let go of that sugar high can make it hard for us to admit just how bad sugar is for our bodies. And I am certainly not pointing any fingers here because I was the same way. I was absolutely obsessed with sugar for the first half of my life, and as I like to say, I have the cavities to prove it. So I know firsthand how intimidating it is to face the reality about sugar, but the evidence is overwhelming that it is a main contributor to many common issues that chip away at the enjoyment and quality of life, including weight gain, skin problems, joint pain, and depression. And despite the fact that the body seems to have an amazing ability to keep going despite poor nutrition, the reality is that you cannot outrun the effects of a poor diet. The chronically high blood sugar and insulin that results from a high sugar diet has been linked to life-threatening diseases like Alzheimer's, cancer, heart disease, fatty liver, and diabetes. So, in a way, sugar has lied to us. It comes in with a promise of pleasure and leaves us feeling worn out and broken down. Yet, once we see it for what it really is, we can take action and get rid of it. And that brings me to the next baby step that you can start to use, which is to add before you subtract. Many people get discouraged when they cut sugar out of their diet because they feel terrible without sugar. And that is true for many people due to sugar withdrawal. So if sugar has been a part of your daily life and you stop eating it today, it is likely that you will feel irritable and hungry and tired and flat out not happy without it. What I have found effective for helping thousands of people break free from sugar is that the path away from sugar is much smoother when you add high-quality, hunger-satisfying foods before or at least at the same time that you get the sugary junk food out of your diet. And the 2 foods that seem to help this transition the most are foods high in fat and vegetables. Fatty foods help to shut down hunger hormones and stabilize your blood sugar, which prevents cravings. And adding volume to your diet by consuming a large salad every day and a side of cooked vegetables every day brings bulk and nutrients into your body that tell your body that its needs are being met, which further diminishes cravings. And lastly, a great way to avoid the feeling of overwhelm that can come with quitting sugar is to make one change at a time. For instance, over this next week, make 1 sugar substitution a day. For instance, try swapping a sweet dessert for a handful of almonds. While the initial wow factor will not be there, you may find that the high fat content of the nuts leaves you feeling comfortable and satisfied throughout the evening hours. Or if you typically add sugar to your coffee, add a splash of heavy cream instead, and then notice if the fat in the cream helps keep hunger away. And note that I didn't say swap the sugar for stevia or an artificial sweetener. In last week's video, I shared research that explained how artificial sweeteners keep sugar cravings alive, and I will link to that video if you would like to learn more. And if you are tired of being controlled by sugar, I encourage you to watch my 4 Daily Habits video series and learn my 0-1-2-3 strategy. It is a guide for getting sugar out of your diet. It has been watched by more than 30,000 people, and it is my hope that it will become a foundation for healthy eating that you can use for a lifetime. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will see you back here next week with a new video. to help you reach your goal. Thanks.